Welcome back to Third Take. This is, I think, our first return video. I know I probably say it in the mock draft that's coming out like probably a week or so for now.
Did.
So, yeah, but Patriots in the last 24 hours have fired Bill Belichick and signed Gerard Mayo to be the head coach. Overall, we're feeling pretty good about it. GM yet to be decided yet. We'll see. Probably someone within the Kraft family. I've heard Elliot Wolf a lot. I think that's most likely who it's going to be. Maybe Gore. I swear to fucking God, if it's that guy who drafted Taekwon.
Oh no!
He's the guy who said we lack speed. That's why I took him.
You see that kid right there?
Yeah, he's really.
As
fast.
long as they give us weapons and tackles.
Yeah,
and
just don't
just fine.
give us talent.
Yeah. Please give us offensive talent.
Anyway, we're projected $70 million, so. We have, I think, the third most cap space in the NFL.
That's effective cap without not counting signing the rookies. You need like 12 for that.
Yeah.
So,
but guys, we're re-signing Kyle Duggar. Please don't let him go.
Come home, Kyle.
Just a 3-year, 10 per, so 3-year, $30 million. Hunter Henry, just get a good like possession catch tight end. Pharaoh Brown will back him up. But like 2 years. 18 mil will get that deal done. Alex Austin has really come on.
Dude, he's been
at the
really
end of the season. He's been really good, so we want to sign him just like a 1-year, 1.5 prove-it deal.
Depth corner. We don't want to rely on him, but he's played really well.
Yeah, like
this year.
if he ends up being your CB5, CB4, I think you'll be really happy.
Sounds good.
Another guy who's really shown what he's worth this year, Anthony Jennings. We want him here long term. We want him here for like 3 years. 3 years, $18 million. He is a great run defender.
He made Josh Uche obsolete.
Yeah, no, he make sure that Josh Uche was not coming back this year.
Yeah.
Which he's not.
Because Uche, I mean, we've talked about it, but he's
a pass
rush specialist. And some people will argue pass rush specialist is more valuable, but it isn't. Like, he plays less snaps. Anthony Jennings is on first 2 downs every time. Clamping up the run, setting a great edge.
And then
like,
sometimes
he's a beast.
on 3rd down he's in there when it's 3rd and short.
He can rush a little bit. He's just not. He's a better run defender.
But Josh Uche had like 3 sacks this year.
He had like 4.
He
yeah.
was
I don't even think he had that many pressures
he was
either.
Bad.
I'm not sure
no,
what they are.
He was just bad this year.
Yeah, we're not bringing Uche back.
Pharaoh Brown I mentioned earlier, 2-year deal, $3 million. I think he's a really good backup
really
tight
came
end.
on, good blocker.
And then our big one, Mike Onwenu, get his ass back here to play tackle for us. 4-year deal, $56 million. Just get him back here at all costs. Just get him back here.
I put it at 14, 16, that range. We need him back.
Jalen Reagor, he actually was very productive for us. He was good on kick return.
Really good.
He's kind of shown that he can catch a ball or two for us. I think he's good to bring on. I'm not telling you he's going to be our 1. I'm not telling you he's going to be our 2. He's a good 5 or 6 for us. Like we don't need him to be anything other than
we just need
a good kick returner and a good special team guy. I think he can carve out an actual role in the future for the Patriots like that. Jalen Mills, just more corner safety depth. Not really much to it. Matt Skoll, tight end 3, probably a practice squad guy, to be honest.
Keep 2 tight ends on the roster. If Pharaoh Brown gets hurt, Skoll can block. Just bring him up. It's fine.
Then we're going with Connor McDermott. We need tackle depth. Like, it's fucking atrocious.
Tackle 4 for McDermott.
Yeah, we just need depth, just in case, because we went through 6 this year.
Yeah, I think it was counting City So it was 5.
Okay,
but he didn't really stick at tackle. Very good guard season from him. He's in the future plans, obviously, but rough at tackle.
And then Josh Bledsoe, he's just kind of a practice squad guy, backup safety.
Yeah.
And then Zeke Elliott, he really shocked a lot of people this year with how productive he was. He was really productive in that couple game stretch where Ramondre was out. I think it was against Pittsburgh, Denver.
He led the team in receptions.
He was just really
which is
good.
Really sad, but Zeke's been very good. You get him and Ramondre back. We're going to draft somebody later in this episode. You fill out a good RB room. Kevin Harris practice squad in case somebody gets hurt. Love the RB room there.
A lot of talks about what we're going to do this year. I think we want to stay in the realm of reality, but also what we want to do to a certain extent. We're trying to stay in the middle of that. So just be warned. I don't think we're not going out and signing fucking T. Higgins.
Yeah,
and
there's
Michael
not
Pittman.
crazy shit in here.
Like there's not wild shit. So temper your expectations.
The draft is where we get crazy. Not really here. So first signing, this is pretty boring to most of you guys, but I think it's important. I want to bring back Jakob Johnson at fullback, 1 year, $1 million. I think I'm a big fullback guy, but having a fullback I think is just really helpful to an offense. It just
look at all the best offenses in the league right now.
Juice check. Pat Ricard on the Ravens, Alec Ingold on the Dolphins, and what do they have in common? Like the 3 best run games in the NFL. It just helps diversify your run game. You can run out of any formation. You get we've been using Pharaoh Brown at fullback, which has worked, but just put Jakob there and then put him at tight end. And now you have an even better run blocking formation. So I love having a fullback for $1 million to just improve the run game. That's money well spent right there.
He is also a Patriot guy.
Yeah.
If you knew, he was on the Patriots for a couple of years.
Exactly. Next signing, little boring once again. Chase McLaughlin from the Bucks. I don't want to watch Chad Ryland kick again.
Nope. I mean, if you want the number 1
man.
overall pick, if you want another high pick, man, throw him out there.
Yeah.
He was so fucking bad. Dude. It's egregious. It wasn't like, oh, man, he missed from
He saved 50. The tank, which was helpful.
It's not like, he sucked from 50 play. He sucked from 35 to 45.
I was scared from 30.
Where you are most on the field is like the 40-ish yard line for a field goal. He couldn't hit shit from there. What game was it? What game did we have an easy field? It was. I'm pretty sure
it was the Colts game. He missed 2 easy ones.
No, but I think it was the.
Even though Mac threw the horrible.
No, because didn't he have against Denver? I'm
he missed some against the Giants.
No, against Denver, I think he had a 30-yarder. I'm like, that shit's not going in, and he fucking missed it. It was.
And there was the one against the Bills too that he made it, but oh god, was it close to missing?
No,
from,
the Giants.
29.
The Giants one was 36 for the win. Shanked it.
For OT.
Or for OT, yeah.
Yeah, so next up, so Chase McLaughlin, $2 million a year, 3 years. He's kind of bounced around, but he was very good for the Colts last year. He's been really good for the Bucks this year. He's consistent, and he in the 30, 40 yard line range, but he can also drill 55. He's a good kicker, and we need him. So we're not signing T. Higgins, but we do have a big trade, and we're trading next year's second rounder for Justin Fields.
Yeah, we're both in agreement on this. I came onto it towards the end of this because I was more thinking there's no way you can get everything you want in this draft, which is tackle, wide receiver, quarterback. You're going to have to lack on one of them. But this is the way, trading for Justin Fields. Reports came out today that Caleb Williams refuses to play for them. He will not. He wants what is it? He wants notice basically.
It was tell me you're trading the pick,
or I'm not declaring. So they're not picking him. So they're picking Drake May.
Which is ridiculous, by the way.
We'll get. I might make a whole video on Caleb Williams, but listen, that means it forces their hand to go with Drake May. So we have us trading for Justin Fields, and this is just a good way. He has a 5th-year option there. So we don't have to sign him long term to that big deal quite yet, but
even if it doesn't work and you trade a second for 2 years of solid QB play, we've made a lot worse decisions with a 2nd-round pick.
Yes.
So that's really not that bad. So Justin and
an hour naming all of them.
And another thing I love about Fields is just the mobility, and we're gonna pair him with some receivers that we think can work in the draft here. But
also this is what people say. We should take Jaden Daniels at 3. Same thing with Fields. He's gonna make the O-line look way better than it is. Even though I think we have a rookie tackle coming in. I'm
gonna feel good about the O-line in this draft.
We have a young O-line. He's going to take a lot of pressure off them.
Yeah, he's going to help them out in just rolling out in the pocket. But, yeah, as far as the run game, just taking pressure off them, making defenses worry about his legs, make things easier on Mondre and Zeke. Their yards per carry will go up almost certainly. It will help the whole offense as a whole, and you'll get explosive runs from the backs. You'll get explosive runs from Fields. You'll get explosive pass plays. The offense will just be way better as a whole, and our defense is so good. We don't need to put up 30 points a game. We just need to put up 20, and we can win 20-14.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, and next up, this is another one of a guy that I was big on in the draft that hasn't necessarily worked out, but I still believe, and it's Mekhi Becton from the Jets. Elite rookie season, 2 injury-riddled seasons. This year, it's been bad. Quarterback-wise, he's not getting helped out by the Jets, but I think he's allowed 11 sacks this year, which is rough. But we'll get to the draft. We're not relying on Mekhi to be a starter necessarily. I see him as he could start at left tackle. We're going to draft a guy too, but one of them I'm confident will work out as a starter. The other one we'll just rock with as a swing tackle. We'll have Connor as the 4th tackle in case they all get hurt. Then we'll put him out there. He's not ideal, but he's average. He's fine. I'm okay with him at tackle 4 and putting him out there. And then we'll just roster 4. And then, I don't know, maybe, I don't think they're going to cut him. I hope they do. But Vidarian Lowe, maybe he's just on the practice squad as the 5. And if we get to him, the season's already fucked anyways.
Yeah,
so
no, every
fine.
time
But
I saw a Pat's perfect inactives list and it said he was active, I was like, well, shit,
no.
we're losing today. It's another game towards the tank.
Exactly.
But
I feel good. Mekhi is a swing I feel great about. I think he can still be a good starter. And if he can't, we got a kid who I really like who's ready to take that spot. So.
Shout out to him though. He almost had a game-changing play against the Jets.
Yeah.
It's the one thing he did
true.
all season.
And then our last free agent signing is going to be Tyrod Taylor. Very solid veteran backup for Justin Fields. Basically, the thought process behind this is just he's very mobile too. We can do all the QB runs we want to do with Justin Fields and mobility stuff with Tyrod. So if Fields was to go down, you don't really have to change the offense whatsoever, and you can just keep rocking with it. So, and that's a 1-year, $5 million deal. And I forgot to actually read the contracts for Fields and Becton. So Fields is $4.75 a year on the last year before his 5th-year option. And Mekhi, I have it as a 1-year, $6 million deal with heavily incentives like we did for Trent. If he plays a ton, because he is kind of injury prone as well. And so it will be up to like $10 million. A lot of incentives. Because if he plays really well, you're fine paying him $10 million. Yeah, and if he doesn't, you can
plays
pay.
really well. Yeah. There's your fucking tackle. There's your future.
Yeah, exactly. Him and Mike is a hell of a duo. So, and if he doesn't play, he gets hurt or whatever, we got the rookie to take his spot. Connor's your swing. I'm cool with that.
All right, coaching staff. They made this pretty easy for us the last couple of days. Mid-season, I wanted Ben Johnson. And I kind of went away from that. And then when Vrabel became available, I was like, fucking give him to me. But they picked Mayo, which, once again, I really like. Keeping it system-wise, not much is going to change, I think, coaching-wise. System-wise, so head coach is Gerard Mayo, obviously. Offensive coordinator, Josh McDaniels, I think, is most likely going to come back.
Yeah, that's my number one choice, too.
He has been in the Boston area recently. He was here for Belichick's last game, Slater's last game. So you definitely could see talks happening. If Josh knew it was Bill's last game, talks could come, him coming back as the OC. And then Martin, this is Martin's thing. I disagree with this completely.
Yeah.
Greg
I
Roman,
just want to throw it out
I
there.
will say why I don't like it.
Okay, yeah, you can
Baltimore was fucking running in the streets when this fucker got fired. It was like hell froze over. They were so fucking happy when he got fired. And now that he's gone, this Raven offense looks really fucking
looks
good.
Better than ever.
Yes.
Yeah. My argument, I want to clarify that Josh McDaniels is my number 1 pick. I think there's a decent chance he just goes wherever Bill goes, though. I do think he's close with Kraft, though, so I think McDaniels is my prediction to be the offensive coordinator. But Greg Roman's run schemes are unbelievable. With him, Fields, Ramondre, like that, help out the O-line, help out the run game. We can get explosive plays that way. Just have somebody else have Bill O'Brien design the pass plays. Mm-hmm. Make Bill O'Brien, and all of these, I want to keep Billy O, just make him the QB's coach.
Yeah, exactly.
He can be involved in game planning offensively, but when I say Greg Roman, I just want it to be a collective effort between the two of them. I don't care who's titled offensive coordinator. I want Greg Roman to be the run game coordinator, and I want Bill O'Brien to be the pass game coordinator. You know what I'm
also,
saying?
that's very likely to happen. Someone not being named coordinator, they'll be named fucking offensive assistant or wide receivers coach, quarterback coach. Like, it's a very Patriot thing to do.
Yeah.
Pretty sure the only time OC and DC were fucking labeled was McDaniels and Patricia. That's it.
Yeah, and Bill O'Brien this year was OC. But yeah, like, as long as it's a collective effort between those two, like, he can do the pass plays, Roman can just do the run stuff, which he's so good at. That sounds like a really good offensive game plan to me. Yeah. So I'd rather just have McDaniels, but if you can't get him, I'm fine with sticking with Billy O and bringing in a guy who knows exactly what to do with somebody like Justin Fields.
And then defensive coordinator, once again, bringing back an old friend, Brian Flores. Listen, he's a really good...
He's the man, dude.
I mean, he was a head coach until all that shit came out in Miami, and he was a good head coach. He had them going in the right direction. Really, he kind of...
Done a great job in Minnesota.
Yeah, exactly. He kind of almost not gave, but like was like right there, just giving McDaniels like a really good start for what McDaniels was going to come in and do. He really, in my opinion, built kind of that culture there. So Flores, I think, will be a great DC for the Patriots. Done fucking miracles up in Minnesota. They were fucking horrible.
And our defense is already really good. And it's not like you're keeping Mayo, who was calling the shots.
Yep. And
then you're just adding Brian Flores. So it's going to stay very good.
And then one more trade. Pretty minuscule trade. But Mac Jones for just a 4th-round pick. Trey Lance got a 4th. Mac Jones is going to get a 4th. Trey Lance didn't play football.
Yeah.
Mac Jones.
Mac is bad, but he had a good rookie
Mac
year.
showed that he could be a good quarterback at one point in his life. So just we get an extra 4th, which will become important.
Give us a little more draft capital.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so now we have a 7-round Pats mock draft, and we made the big move for Fields, but the rest of it was a pretty Patriots offseason. Just re-sign our guys, get depth, take a chance on Mekhi Becton. That's and sign a veteran backup and Tyrod.
Get guys when their value's super low. And
exactly.
That's the Patriot way, baby.
That's right. But we're going to start off big here with the 3rd overall pick, and we're going to take Marvin Harrison from Ohio State. He's such a stud receiver. He's so good. Malik Neighbors is closer than you think, but Marv is unbelievable. So really good route runner, great hands. Just picture prime AJ Green in your head right now, and that's pretty much Marvin Harrison. So really good hands, great route runner. He's just a monster, and we really, really need a number 1 receiver, and he's absolutely that guy. So if you can't get a quarterback, you can't get Drake May. Obviously, we decided to trade for Fields because you pair him and Marvin Harrison. It's a pretty good duo at the top. And then you have Pop, you have Hunter Henry. Bring in somebody else here, and then we'll kind of get it going, retool this offense, and I'm going to feel good about it.
All right, 2nd round. We're going all in on the offense. I'm taking wide receiver Troy Franklin out of Oregon. This guy, great speed, great hands, finds a soft spot in zone. He's 6'3", 187, so he's a bit lighter than you'd like it. So he's a little skinny, but that works well because Marv's your 1, and then Troy Franklin's your obvious 2. Once again, his route running's very good. He has a great release. I mean, he made Bo Nix's stats look incredible. He had 1,500 yards in a run/screen game plan. So you can involve him on your screens, Josh McDaniels, because he fucking can do it all. His route running overall is just great. He's just a very good receiver, and I think he'll be a later 1st to early 2nd, and the Patriots have pick 34, so they
very realistic. Yeah, he's on the board.
Very realistic. He'll be on the board at 34, and I think he's a great overall player. That honestly, I wouldn't be mad at if we picked him as the 1 for us. If we decide to go a different direction at 3, but overall, Troy Franklin, you're getting a great wide receiver here.
Yeah, and I just talk about the receiver room as a whole. Like you get Marv as the 1, you get Franklin as the 2, Pop in the slot. It's a hell of a 3-headed monster. And then say whatever you want about Parker and Juju and Jalen Reagor, but them as the 4, 5, 6 is solid.
Yeah.
And then you have Hunter Henry as like the 4th option after your first 3 wide receivers.
Yep.
And Justin Fields. All of a sudden, we've put together a pretty good offense here. Pair that with our defense, that's pretty good. You get the O-line looking right, which we're going to do at some point here. it looks good.
Yeah, I'll add on to Troy Franklin. Great jump ball receiver, too. So he uses his height really well. So I just want to add that in because I don't want people thinking he's Quentin Johnston over here. But he is a very good jump ball receiver. In the third round, I'm going to go Jonah Ellis out of Utah. He's an edge. Yeah, he's an edge. I think you're going to need a guy this year. Just add another rookie depth on that defense. But Jonah Ellis, deep bag. He's really quick off the jump, accelerates to the line of scrimmage. Deep bag, he has a rip, swim, inside, spin for a counter. Where he lacks is lateral movements. He's really slow, but he has a deep bag. On weaker tackles, he has a great bull rush. So overall, I think you're just getting a good edge with, I would say, a good ceiling, not like exceptional ceiling. But I think he also has a very low floor with the pass rush moves, his size, his speed. I think overall you're just getting a very, very good edge here in the third round.
Yeah, and he's going to start off as edge 5 on our roster. Yeah. Like, we don't need him immediately, but as long as he can be
they can develop
impact player year 2, year 3, like, we're feeling good about that. So our next pick's going to be Christian Jones in the 4th round. This is our own pick. We're going to have the pick from the MAC one next, but he's 6'6", 320. He's from Texas. He can play right tackle or left. You guys know I value O-line heavily. We were going to take Patrick Paul, a guy who I'm very high on in round 2, but I was watching 4th round to get like another tackle, and I was going to double up, but he's really good, dude. And he's probably going to be a second rounder. I would say early second. He might even be late first, honestly, by the end of this. But he's currently being projected by everywhere I've seen in the 4th round. So I'm taking him here because it seems like he's going to be available, even though I'm much higher on him. But he's an absolute mauler in the run game. That's my favorite part. This guy's got a nasty streak to him. Tons of pancakes. Very good in either zone or gap. He seals well. He does all the little stuff with the reach blocks very well. And in pass protection, violent punch, which you love to see. Great hands. He does a good job hand fighting. He plays really well in a phone booth, but you can put him on the outside as well. He's got great grip strength. Once he has you in his hands, the rep's pretty much over, and that's a big thing for me is because a lot of guys will have good initial contact, but it's like if you can't keep working throughout the rep, you are going to lose, and he does a good job of ensuring he doesn't do that. He's good on combo blocks and working to the second level. The other thing, too, that I look for, you guys know is the most important, is he has a very good anchor. And, when these NFL guys are bull rushing you, they're going to test you, especially as a rookie. I think he's pro-ready. I think one of him or Mackay will work. The other one we can put at swing.
It's like darts. You're just fucking...
Exactly.
It's what we did this year with tackle.
But with talent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This year we're like, fuck, take a 6th.
One of them
take
will
a 5th.
Work. Yeah.
But this year...
Oh, no, well, they worked at guard. But yeah, I thought you were talking about, like, Connor, Riley Reed.
That's what I was talking about. Yeah. Here's a 6th round pick. Give us this shit talent.
Yeah.
Here's a 5th round pick. Take a shit tackle.
We're doing the same. It's a similar...
But with talent.
The strategy by the Pats, the idea wasn't bad. It's just the players they got.
Because that works most of the time for the Patriots in the draft. Where it's just like... Because what would we take? Like 3 guards, 2 guards in a center?
And a center, yeah.
And City So has worked out really well.
Mafi's your swing. Like, I'm confident Jake Andrews can be a good starter in 2 years when David Andrews is gone. But yeah, like, you take Christian Jones here, probably swing immediately. You start Mackay, but I think he's pro-ready. I think he can come in and play. I think he's a beast. You're never going to see him again here. You're gonna see him in my 2nd round mock draft, but he's being projected here, so I'm taking him.
4th round, I'm getting corner depth here. I'm going with Kyrie Jackson, cornerback out of Oregon. Overall, he's 6'3", 195, great size for cornerback. My idea is that he does not need to be our corner 3 day 1. He needs some time to develop.
He's like 6 right now. Sean Wade and Austin are playing well.
So with him, I think he's a developmental type of guy because he has all the tools. He just needs to put them together. Like, he is very physical in the run game, good wrap tackler, which I love to see. He has good speed. His hips are very good. It's just that downfield, when the play starts to break down, so does he. He gets handsy downfield. He gets holding calls, DPIs, kind of gets lost when the play gets broken down, doesn't really know what to do, kind of panics almost, and then he gets out of position, allows a catch. But everything else about him, he doesn't have amazing speed. It's good speed, but some of like the faster receivers that you're going to have to deal with in the NFL probably will get by him and get a step or two on him. He's very good in off coverage. He's pretty good in press. Like I said, I think the speed thing requires him to not play press. But overall, he's a very good developmental corner. In my eyes, it's just like Oregon's produced some good fucking corners.
And, we have one.
And get Christian Gonzalez's buddy back. Overall, I think, though, for CB6, developmental guy who I could easily see being maybe a cornerback of the future for the Patriots.
CB2 replacing John Jones like after next year or something.
I could easily see that with our corner development. Our corner development is...
It's very good.
Say what you want about Miles Bryant. That guy was fucking ass, but he's a starter for us now. Is he good? No.
So please never let him start again.
He's
not even on our roster.
But J.C. Jackson developed him.
John Jones, too.
Jack Jones in the 4th round. Like, he was really good for us. Too bad he
is an idiot.
He's an idiot. Yeah. But you want corner development, you go to the Patriots. I love Kyrie Jackson from what I saw. I think he's just a great developmental corner going to one of the best corner development teams. At 5, I'm going to get some speed at our RB because I think that's the one thing we do lack. Mondre does not have breakaway speed. Zeke is 28, speaks for itself. I'm taking Donovan Edwards out of Michigan. Didn't watch actual film on this guy, but I watched both Michigan playoff games and more. I watched the Ohio State and the Penn State game. Yeah, and the Penn State game. He's explosive. I'm pretty sure he had like 3 carries for 87 yards and 2 touchdowns. He's explosive. He can catch really well.
That's all we need.
He's your future RB2. Maybe RB1 when Mondre's contract's up. Probably not, though. You'll develop another guy. But Donovan Edwards right now, I could easily see him being RB2 by the end of next season if Zeke goes down with an injury or we decide not to bring him back. Donovan Edwards, explosive, great catching running back. In the 5th round, I think you're getting pretty good value here.
In the 6th round, we're just getting to the dart throws, and I'm going to take Joe Milton from Tennessee. Rocket arm, athletic too, big QB. He can move like
rocket arm is an understatement. This fucker can throw 85 yards.
Yeah, dude.
Like, he's nuts.
Joe Milton is unreal. It's just as you would imagine, being picked in the 6th round, lacks decision making
and accuracy.
Guys, if he was a good quarterback, he'd be a top 5
He'd
pick.
be over
he'd be over everybody.
JJ Bo Nix, Michael Penix.
He might be over Caleb with the character issues if he could be accurate.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Obviously,
obviously he can't because he's here in the 6th round.
He's got the big arm, though, which automatically makes him get drafted.
But you take a shot on him, you can maybe develop. You're going to have Tyrod. I'm planning on having Tyrod around for 2, maybe even 3 years as the backup. So Joe Milton to me is just a practice squad stash that you just develop. And it's like, if Justin Fields doesn't work out after 2 years, maybe he could. I'm not saying it's a high chance or anything, but we've picked a QB in the 6th round before and it went pretty good. I'm not saying he's going to be Brady or anything, but he has all the tools to be very good, and he could be if he gets developed.
Yeah, also probably should, I don't think we said it, Bailey Zappi, get the fuck off
my
team.
He's caught for the roster prediction, and Max traded. We're a whole new QB room.
Yeah, get everybody new. In the 7th round, I'm going to take Eric Ali. He's an Iowa tight end. That's the only reason why I'm taking him.
He's going to be good, dude.
He's an Iowa tight end. I haven't watched film on him. Luke Lockley is going back to school.
Yeah, that was the good Iowa tight end.
He's Luke Lockley's backup, but he's an Iowa tight end.
And Iowa tight ends are insane, especially ones picked on day 3.
Yes. Like
George Kittle.
Do I know anything about him?
No.
Do I know that he's an Iowa tight end, though? Yes.
Which translates to disgusting NFL tight end.
So Henry's only going to be here for 2 years.
Pharaoh Brown.
Worst case scenario, Pharaoh's your 1, and then you have Ali backing him up in a couple years future-wise. But yeah, he's an Iowa tight end. Once again,
probably be solid at least.
It's dart throws at this point, so you got your stud talent.
Why not throw the dart on the one that it feels like every tight end to come out of that school is really good?
It just feels like fucking destiny for these guys to be disgusting.
So just to recap, just quick roster run through. QB room, we got Justin Fields, we got Tyrod. We have Joe Milton on the practice squad as a stash. RB room, Ramondre, Zeke, and Donovan Edwards as your pass catcher explosive bag. Receiver room, Marvin Harrison. I didn't put.
It's fine. Just
I didn't put Troy Franklin.
fine.
I was like, wait, where? I was like, who the fuck? Wide receiver room, you got Marvin Harrison as your 1. You got Troy Franklin as your 2. Pop in the slot. You got a 4-5-6 of Devontae Parker, Juju, and Jalen Reagor. Tight end room, you got Hunter Henry, Pharaoh Brown, the Iowa tight end as your 3rd. Jakob Johnson at fullback. You got Makai as your starting left tackle, or Christian Jones. The other one's going to be your swing. You still have Cole Strange, David Andrews, and Sidney So. Brought Mike back to play right tackle. That's a good O-line if you ask me. And then you have Connor McDermott as your tackle 4 in case... He's just like the break glass in case of emergency thing. Like, if you got to put him in, we will, because he's average, and it's fine. But ideally, we will not have to.
And defensively, what you will have is cornerback 1, Christian Gonzalez. Cornerback 2, Jonathan Jones. Slot, Marcus Jones. CB4, Alex Austin. CB5, backup slot, Sean Wade. And CB6, you will have Kyrie Jackson. So, pretty good cornerbacks there. At free safety, you're going to have Jabril Peppers. Strong safety, Doug.
Hell of a safety duo.
That's a hell of a safety duo. Free safety 2, Jalen Mills. Strong safety 2, Adrian Phillips. Linebacker, Jelani Tavai and Jawan Bentley. Linebacker 3, Marte Mapu. Linebacker 4, Mac Wilson. Edges, you're going to have Matt Judon. Dietrich Wise. Edge 3, Anthony Jennings. Edge 4, Keon White.
The order doesn't matter. They're all gonna. They're
all gonna rotate.
They're all gonna move around. And especially Wise and Keon White are guys who play some D tackle, some 3-4 end, some edge. Like, they play everywhere across the D line.
Yeah, Keon will in a drive honestly in a play series will probably start on edge, and then if they really need him,
he'll just move closer and closer to the. Yep. You start him at edge on first down. Second down.
He was outside linebacker 3. He's D tackle now.
All
okay,
right. Yeah,
it's
3rd and 7. Yeah. No, not nose, but it's 3rd and 7, and now he's 3 tag.
Yep. And then edge 5, Javon Solomon.
No, it's just
sorry.
Yeah.
And then at edge 5, you're gonna have Jonah Ellis, just your developmental edge guy that they always seem to take. Starting defensive tackle, Gottschall, Barmore. Barmore fucking robbed, by the way, of Pro Bowl. 8 sacks. That fucker at the end of the year was disgusting. He was willing that defense at the end of the year. He was gross.
Baller.
Backup D-line, Aquale, Fams, and Sam Roberts, just good Patriots guys.
They're just good run stuffers. If Lawrence Guy is cut, sorry, we love you, buddy, but he can't play anymore.
And then special teams, all pro for players. Schooler. Cody Davis, Chris Board, punt returner, Marcus Jones, kick returner, Jalen Reagor. He really showed at the end of the year that he can be a good kick returner. And that is how you fix the Patriots offense in one offseason.